Florida Judge Elizabeth Scurr has been disqualified from a death row inmate's case for showing sympathy to the state during the sentencing hearing of Parkland school shooter Nicholas Cruz, including hugging the prosecutor. The Florida Supreme Court unanimously agreed to remove the Broward County judge from overseeing any post-conviction proceedings for Randy Tundidor, who was sentenced to death for the 2019 slaying of his landlord. Cruz pleaded guilty to slaughtering 17 people at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland on February 14, 2018, in one of the deadliest mass school shootings in U.S. history. Tundidor alleged that at Cruz's sentencing hearing November 1, 2022, Scurr engaged in heated exchanges with Cruz's defense team, during which she accused a member of threatening her children and told two members to go sit down, according to the decision. After a 3-month penalty trial, the jury failed to unanimously vote for death. Scurr, on November 2, had no choice but to sentence Cruz to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Immediately after sentencing, Judge Scurr left the bench and, while still in her judicial robe, exchanged hugs with the victims' families and members of the prosecution team, the decision says. One of these members is Broward Assistant State Attorney Stephen Klinger, who is also the prosecutor in Tundidor's case. 2 days later, during an off-the-record status hearing in Tundidor's case, Scurr asked Klinger how he was doing, and he responded to the effect that words cannot describe how he felt, the decision says. Tundidor inferred that the pair were commiserating over their shared disappointment at the outcome of Cruz's case. Scurr denied Tundidor's motion to boot her from his case, and he appealed to the state Supreme Court, which issued its decision Thursday. The panel wrote that the actions of Scurr showed a sympathy with the state that would cause a reasonable person to fear not receiving a fair and impartial proceeding. The decision specifically points to Scurr hugging Klinger in the courtroom while still wearing a robe and their personal exchange 2 days later purportedly bonding over the jury's failure to sentence Cruz to death. It wasn't the first time Scherer's conduct came under fire. Cruz moved for a mistrial, which was denied, arguing that the judge had repeatedly lashed out at his attorneys, including in front of the jury. Defense lawyer Melissa McNeil wrote in the motion that the court's animosity toward her is long held and has infected the entire trial.